Now, how does liberalism affect one's Islam? Now, we've learned up until now some of the evils and some of the beliefs that liberalism is founded upon, and we've learned who the founders were. Now, we're going to get in, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, how liberalism actually, or the belief of liberalism, how it actually affects one's Islam. Number one, what is Islam? In order to know how it actually affects us, we must know what Islam actually is. And many of us as Muslims live our lives saying we are Muslim, however, we actually have no idea what Islam actually means. Many of us believe that Islam is peace, and we simply explain Islam as that Islam is peace. And that is incorrect. That is not correct at all. The word Islam is an Arabic word which means submission to the will of Allah. In order to achieve true peace of mind and surety of heart, one must submit to Allah completely and live according to His divinely revealed law, His Sharia. The most important truth that Allah revealed to mankind is that there is nothing divine or worthy of being worshipped except Allah the Almighty. Thus all human beings should submit to Him. And as Muslims, we must believe that no other way, system, religion, methodology, idea, thought, doctrine, or political system is better for mankind than Islam. This is a basic belief that one must have without exception in order to be considered a Muslim. And if one believes that liberalism or any other ism is able to fulfill the rights of mankind better than Islam, or that they are a better way of life than what is found within Islam, or that justice of any form or kind can be found in anything else but Islam, then that belief removes one from the fold of Islam altogether and renders them a disbeliever in Allah and what He has revealed to mankind. So this affair is not a joke and is very serious. So how does liberalism affect Islam? Previously we mentioned that in liberalism, similarly to secularism, that state and life are completely separated from any form of religion or supreme being. Which means that morality and right and wrong are determined by man and not by Allah. This is the complete opposite of Islam. Islam's source for what is moral and immoral, and right and wrong, and true and false is Allah, and that which He revealed to His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And so liberalism totally opposes that idea altogether. Secondly, the Shahada. How does liberalism affect one's Shahada? And what is the meaning of the Shahada? As Muslims, we say it and hear it in our entire lives. But do we know and understand its true meaning? If we do, then the way in which liberalism completely invalidates and nullifies our Shahada is immediately clear. The Shahada, or testimony of faith, is La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And in order for this to be accepted from us, it must meet certain conditions. As we know that this testimony is the key to paradise. As we know from the well-known hadith of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, reported by Mu'adh ibn Jabal radiyallahu anhu, that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "No one bears witness that there is no God worthy of worship but Allah, and that Muhammad is the Messenger of Allah sincerely from his heart, but Allah forbids for him the hellfire." This was reported in Bukhari and Muslim. The famous Tabi'i, Wahab ibn Munabbih, rahimahullah, was once asked, "Isn't the statement of La ilaha illallah the key to paradise?" He answered, "Yes, but every key has ridges, If you come with the key that has the right ridges, the door will open for you. Yet if you do not have the right ridges, the door will not open for you. That is, the statement must meet certain conditions. These conditions are what will differentiate between the one who will benefit from the shahada and from the one who will not benefit from it, no matter how many times a day one may make that statement. These conditions are, number one, knowledge, al-ilm, knowledge of what the shahada means. The opposite of that is jahl, ignorance. To be ignorant that Allah is the only one worthy of worship causes one to not be a Muslim. Secondly, certainty, yaqeen, and the opposite of that is shak. To be doubtful, to have doubt with regards to this shahada and what it entails. So first, knowledge. Second, certainty. Third is acceptance, qabul, to accept this wholeheartedly. And the opposite of that is rejection. And the fourth condition is submission, inqiyad. It is to submit to this, to submit wholeheartedly to this. The fifth is truthfulness, sidq, to be true in your testimony that Allah is the only one worthy of worship. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one worthy of worship, and that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is his messenger. Six is to have sincerity in this. Sincerity in your statement, sincerity in the belief, and likewise sincerity in the actions. Meaning that part of La ilaha illallah is that you only worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that you do not worship others besides Him. And if you worship others besides Him, then that invalidates the sincerity that was towards Allah. Since you took what from the rights of Allah, the one who had the right to be worshipped, and you gave His right to other than Him. And the seventh condition is mahabbah, love. To love what the shahada entails, and to not have kurh, to not have a dislike or a hatred for the fact that Allah is the only one worthy of worship, the fact that only Allah is the one who provides and sustains for mankind, He's the sustainer of mankind, and that He's the creator of all things, subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are known as the 7 conditions of La ilaha illallah. And we mean by condition that without even one of these conditions, one shahada is invalid. Liberalism advocates for ultimate freedoms, and from those is freedom of speech. This means that one is free to say and do as they please without restriction. Now, this means that if you truly believe in the justice of liberalism, as opposed to in Islam, then you must accept that one has the freedom and right to insult and mock Allah and His Messenger. And if you believe that, then there is no way you can be a Muslim. It is impossible to believe in liberalism in all its aspects and then to also still remain a Muslim, because what falls under liberalism is the freedom to speak about Allah as you please, and the freedom to speak about the Messenger of Allah as you please. One believes that they have the right to do so. And it is absolutely astonishing to see individuals who claim to be callers to Islam and to be in the field of da'wah, who make statements such as that I believe it is a means of happiness to be free to insult the Messenger of Allah, that this is what brings about happiness. An individual who makes a statement like that is in our times today, and which is proof of the confusion that exists today, that this person is deemed a scholar, of Islam, one giving lectures and traveling all over the place, calling people to Islam. An individual like that makes a statement like that, and that's a statement that removes you from the fold of Islam altogether. Wal-iyadhu billah. The third way that liberalism affects one's Islam is how it affects government and rule. As a Muslim state, a Muslim ruler is required to govern their country according to the divine law of Allah, the Qur'an and Sunnah. When secularism and liberalism affect the Muslim world, we begin to see, as we have seen in history, where the Sharia is replaced with man-made laws, and as a result, many aspects of government and law are changed. For example, the punishments for some criminal offenses are revealed to us through divine revelation and are found within the Qur'an and Sunnah. Crimes such as murder, adultery, fornication, rape, homosexuality, theft, etc. Their rulings and their punishments have been sent down to us through revelation as the epitome of justice for these crimes by the Creator and Sustainer of mankind, who knows what is best for them as individuals and for their societies better than them themselves. However, when you follow liberalism or are affected by it, and you remove Allah from the picture, then justice and morality goes back to the individuals, and that is why today we see promotion, celebration, and defense of some of the most immoral acts, and not only are they not considered crimes, but rather if one even speaks out against them, they are the ones who have actually committed the crime.